In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we generate our dental clients $50,000 per month. I'm going to give you the whole system from beginning to end. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you free resources and show you the actual back end of our Google Ads account, our Google Ads scripts, and our actual landing page that you can download and set up for yourself. I'm also going to go over the biggest problem that 90% of dentists face when running digital marketing and how this strategy, which focuses on emergency dentistry, solves that single biggest problem. We've spent millions of dollars on ads since 2016, working with dental offices and other businesses across North America. The reason why the methods in this video will work is because they have been tried and tested in real life on real businesses and proven to work time and time again. Let's jump right into it. I'm going to build this document out with you, the viewers, as we're watching through this. And then in the end, I'm going to share this document with you. You can build all this out for yourself. Ultimately, the whole fundamentals of this process falls under a simple 4-step flowchart. Step 1 is the Google ad. Step 2 is the landing page. Step 3 is the lead capture. And step 4 is the lead conversion. Let's start by jumping into the Google ad. I have my client ad account open here. I have changed a few things to protect their confidentiality. First things first is we're going to look at the keywords. These are the words we are bidding on in order for the ad to be displayed. Let's copy these and paste them over in our board here. I'm going to make a section for the Google ads. When we go back to the ad account, after the keywords, we're going to look at the advertisement itself. We're using a form of dynamic ads. We have multiple headline options. And in this case, we put the client's name up top. And this is what's called, these brackets here represent a dynamic keyword. When someone searches for emergency dentist in Brighton, which is the town of our client, the title will actually be what that person searched. If someone searched best emergency dentist in Brighton, if dentist in Brighton is part of it, it will trigger this dynamically and it will put that person's search term in the advertisement itself. And you can see here on the right, this is actually updating in real time as we switch these fields around. We have emergency dentist near you, 24-hour emergency dentist, etc. And I'm going to copy and paste all of these and again, put them into our shared document. Okay, we have the headlines as well as the keywords in our document. Now, the next step, when we go back to the Google ad, is we're going to scroll down to the description. If we look at the ad preview to the right, the headline is going to be this big text in blue, and then the description is the smaller text in black below. What I'm going to do is, again, take a screenshot of the description and add that to our shared document. We'll paste this in, and there we go. We now have the keywords, the dynamic headlines, and the description. This is all you need to set up the Google ad. The last question you might have is, now we have what the ad looks like and what triggers the ad. Where is the ad going to be shown? Now, what we do, remember, we're focusing on emergency dental here, is we target between a 15 to 20 mile radius around the dental office. This is a very large radius. If we're doing general dental ads or even Invisalign implants, we're not going to have a radius this big. The reason why we can have a large radius is because we're focusing on emergency dentistry. And if someone has a emergency on one of their teeth, they're going to be willing to travel a long distance in order to get immediate care. Because we're focusing on emergency dental, you can have a much larger radius for your targeting than you otherwise would. The next step is the landing page. And what I've actually done here is created a landing page based on our actual client, and I will give you the link to this page here. First of all, the tool that we use to manage our landing page at North Digital is a landing page provider called Unbounce, and it makes creating and managing pages very easy. I'm in the back end of Unbounce, and I've created this emergency dental example landing page. I'm going to open it up, and here it is. I have changed just a few things around from the actual live page we used for our client, and I've switched the client logo to our logo, change the phone number, etc. But I want to go through how this page works. First of all, you'll notice that there's only two things that the viewer can do. They can either request an appointment or they can leave the page. There's no other links to press. There's nothing else to do on here. We do have information for them to look through, but the only two things they can do is become a lead or to leave the page. And the reason why this works better than a website is that if you go to a website, there are so many distractions and different things the user can do. And from a human behavior perspective, it is more effective to only have one option that user can do. And if we go back to our flow chart, the only option they have is to become a lead, which moves the process forward into the next step. Going back to the landing page itself, what we have here is a brief description. We have the contact form, we have tracked phone numbers, brief description. If the dental office has a special piece of technology, in this case, this client had something called the Solea laser, we have an optional place for a video. We have a spot about the dentist. And again, I've just put my own photo here. And again, multiple calls to action, request appointment, call now. We have Google reviews that we take from the client's Google business profile, an outline of services provided, and then a Google map to the office. Although there is information offered on this page, what you'll notice is that at every step of the way, the only thing that someone viewing this page can do is contact the dental office and become a lead, either through filling out this text-based form or through dialing the phone number here. And this allows the conversion rate on the landing page to be very high. Jumping back into our document, I've added some links here. The first link is a link for you to sign up to Unbounce through my affiliate link, which will give you a discount. And the second link is I'm going to actually link you the actual landing page template for you to view at any time. And we have the screenshot right there. Okay, and we have the Google ad and the landing page section of this fully fleshed out. The next step is lead capture, and this is a very important step. What I've done here is taken our client spreadsheet, I've blurred some fields out for confidentiality, but everything else is exactly the same. What we do on our end is when the user submits their information through the landing page, it will in real time show up on this Google Sheet. And this Google Sheet is given to the dental office front desk staff, and it's their job to note down what happened with each lead and to confirm whether or not that lead actually became a new patient. They can say, yes, they became a new patient, no, still following up with lead, existing patient, or abandoned. We want to see as many yeses as we can. When we look at this spreadsheet itself, we're tracking the date, the source, ad set, name, phone, email, and a message from leads. These are all real emergency dental leads. And let's read what some of these say. So I need a rotten tooth removed. I broke a crown. Cracked tooth extraction. Wisdom tooth extraction. I need my wisdom teeth removed. Cracked tooth. And you'll see here that every now and then we get a random lead that isn't actually an emergency. For example, need annual cleaning, everything, clean my teeth. So this isn't bad. Our clients still welcome general dental patients, but most of these messages are emergency dental issues that need immediate work and immediate help. What I'm going to do here is take a screenshot of this. I'm going to add it here under the lead capture section. And I don't have time in this video to go over exactly how the software works and how I set that up. But what I can do is tell you the software I use to set this up. So when we look into this, software used there's essentially three software. We have Unbounce for the landing page. This was mentioned above. Then we have Zapier to transfer data from the landing page to the spreadsheet. And then thirdly, we have Google Sheets, which is the spreadsheet software. All of these are fairly straightforward, and in other videos, you can find information on how to set this up. So zooming out, what we can see is that we are on to the final step, and the final step is going to be lead conversion. Step 4, lead conversion, is where most dental offices fail. And we've generated thousands of leads for dental offices across North America. And time again, I see clients who are getting incredible lead flow, throw them all away because they're unable to turn those leads into new patients. Let's break this problem down. There's 3 central parts to this problem. The first part is that most front desk staff that work at dental offices have bad sales skills. And the reason for this is that they are signing up for a primarily receptionist job. So they're looking at organizational skills, being polite, etc. But in reality, the front desk staff is your salesperson that turns leads into new patients. And most front desk staff lack sales skills. The second issue is that a lot of dental offices who haven't done dental marketing don't understand the process of turning leads into new patients. They're used to getting all their new patients from referrals, through word of mouth, through walk-in traffic, which is it's very easy to convert that traffic into new patients. However, when you're taking a stranger from the internet who saw an advertisement and convincing them to trust you enough to work on their mouth and to trust you enough for them to give you their hard-earned money, you have to do a good job of building rapport, building trust, and showing them that you're a high-quality dental office. That's the second reason. The third reason is because, let's face it, these leads that come in from the internet, from digital marketing, are often flaky, tire kickers, low quality leads that have a low budget, that have bad insurance or don't have any insurance at all, and just aren't the best patients. This is why we focus on emergency dental, because emergency dental leads cut through all three of those issues. Emergency dental leads have something that other leads don't have. They have urgency. They need help right now. And that makes the process of converting the lead into a new patient so much easier. If you think about it, the front desk staff doesn't need good sales skills to convert someone in intense tooth pain into coming in and becoming a patient. And these types of leads that are coming in are ready to come in right now, today or tomorrow. So when dental offices focuses on getting new patients through emergency dental advertising, they overcome the biggest hurdle that most dentists face. And the best part is that when that new patient comes in for an emergency dental procedure, if the dentist does a good job and provides them with a good service, they have the best possible opportunity to convert that patient into a long-term patient. So it's not just about getting emergency dental patients, that's how you get them through the door. But then when the dentist does a great job, that's converted into a long-term patient. I'm back in our document here. I've written out the summary of this for you guys to reference, and I'm going to zoom out, link it all together, and we have our fleshed out 4-step process. Now that we have the process down, let's jump into the most important part, some numbers. I've jumped over to a spreadsheet here, which you will have the link to. Now, I'm going to start with the ad spend per month of $2,500. This is how much money is going to be paid into Google. Now, I'm going to estimate a cost per lead of $50 per lead, which gives us 50 leads per month. The conversion percentage, because we're talking about emergency dental leads desperate for service, I'm going to estimate this at a relatively high 50%. And with that math, we get 25 new patients per month. Let's think about the lifetime value of a new dental patient. Estimates for this vary, but most sources will agree that the LTV of a new dental patient is at least $2,000. When we plug $2,000 in, the calculator is going to give us a value generated per month of $50,000. This is the net lifetime value to the dental practice of 25 new patients. To clarify this, what this means is that you are getting 25 new dental patients per month, and the value of those dental patients is realized over the lifetime that they are a patient of the dental practice. The value generated is the value generated that month realized over the lifetime that the patients are part of the practice. And the next month, let's just say this is January, in February, there would be an additional 25 new patients and an additional $50,000 of value that will be realized over the coming months and years while those new patients remain patients of the practice. And this is a very important metric to understand because some dentists don't grasp the idea of lifetime value. They're only concerned with cash in, cash out, which although that is important, the biggest dental practices and the dental practices that grow the most successfully have a deep understanding of their lifetime value so that they know the actual return on each marketing dollar. What I'm going to do is share this spreadsheet and I'm going to add it into our document. So here we have the LTV calculator. All you have to do is click this link. You will have view only access. And then when you come in here, you can press make a copy. And then you will actually be able to play with the variables yourself and see how this changes. For example, let's say we had $40 cost per lead it's going to change the numbers, etc. And you can check out all the math in the spreadsheet here. And the final thing I want to show you here on the numbers is this is a screenshot of one of our clients' Google ad accounts for Emergency Dental. This is the same data I was showing you before. We can see here, this is, I'm going to screenshot this into our document, and you can use this to benchmark your data. This is a great example because we've spent just about $2,000. We've had just under 4,000 impressions, about a 10% click-through rate, 374 total clicks, conversion rate of 9.36%. What this means is that what percentage of clicks resulted in leads, average cost per click of $5.32, and a cost per conversion, which is also cost per lead, of $56.88. So you remember that back in our number estimate, I estimated the cost per lead at $50. The reality is, depending on your demographic and city, it's going to be plus or minus about 25%. So this $56 is right where we would expect to see it. I'm going to take a screenshot of that and paste that right into our shared document. And so that we keep that clear, this is a snapshot of Google Ads account data on an Emergency Dental campaign. So when you set this up, you can benchmark your data against this data right here. That concludes the video. I hope you've gotten a lot of value for this. For the people watching who want to set this up for yourself, I will include the document I worked on with you as a downloadable PDF with a link in the description. And for those people that are too busy to do this yourself, we have a white glove done for you service where we do exactly what I did for you and track all the results and just deliver you patients ready to sign up. There will be a link in the description to book a free strategy call with a member of our team. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And until next time, I will see you later.